Fred here, welcome back to the Gear Obsession channel. In this episode, we'll be taking a look at the ThruNite TN4A. So stay tuned. Yeah, I'm holding up two boxes. ThruNite was kind enough to send me two. They are slightly different. You see the yellow dot right there, the amber dot, and you see the white dot. Well, that sort of is two different versions of the TN4A. One is cool white, one is neutral white, and they thought it would be cool if I sort of showed off the difference between the two as well as reviewing the TN4A. So let's go ahead and take a close look. Each of these flashlights come with some extra O-rings, a lanyard, and looks like a button cover right there. So I'm not going to review those items. Silicate gel to keep things dry, and manuals. I guess the manuals are a little bit different because I guess they have specs in there also. And so you can see that one says neutral white, one says nothing, so that would be the cool white. Now, I don't know which one's which, so we're going to have to tell once we put the batteries in it. Both of these units come with a holster. Have a little plastic ring, D-ring right up there. And then you have a Velcro, so you can sort of put this on with your belt on, not having to take it off. Or right here, you have a secondary loop that's permanent, so you would take your belt off and put it through there. Or you can mount it on whatever your heart desires. Everything is wrapped up really nice, so we'll go ahead and unwrap both of these items. And these flashlights will definitely get your attention. They are larger than your normal everyday flashlight. They're also built unlike your normal flashlight. These things are just solid. Really nicely built. But as soon as you have them in your hand, again, it's hard to convey this in the video. They just feel solid. Now, one of these is cool white, one of these is neutral white. Besides the temperature of the LED, they do have different LED emitters, and they also come with different prices. So the ThruNite TN4A cool white is the more expensive one of the two, and that runs about $55.95. And then you have the neutral white, which runs $49.95. So the neutral white is a little bit cheaper. So if you like neutral white over cool white, you make out by about $5-6. Now, I'll also provide the link below off of Amazon. I'm going to use the affiliate Amazon link below to make your life easy, and makes a couple of cents for me if you do click and use that link, so I do appreciate it. Let's go over the purpose of this flashlight. This flashlight is marketed as a compact thrower. It's compact as it's not really long. What they did was they shortened it up and made it stubbier. To me, it's a utility flashlight. You would put this on a utility belt, or you can have it on your boat or your car, or in your garage or workshop or something like that. A utility flashlight is sort of what I envision with it, but it does throw really good. The specifications, the lens on these things are glass. They have an anti-reflective coating. The reflectors in these flashlights are orange peel reflector, you can see there. So that should make for a nice smooth flood portion of the light. Reflectors, the clear white utilizes a CREE XP-LV6, where the neutral white uses a CREE XM L2U2, which is an older emitter. So that's probably why it's $5 cheaper. Both of these flashlights use AA batteries. Each one here uses 4 AA batteries. So for those of you that don't like to use the exotic batteries, these big giant things, and just want to use normal everyday AA batteries, this is a light that you should strongly consider if you're looking for a powerful thrower. Each one of these have a button that functions as an on-off button. Also, you can sequence through the different modes, which we'll go over shortly. And also, right in the middle of these lights right here, there's a little LED, and that lets you know the amount of power left in your battery. So if it's blue, everything is good. If it turns red, it's time to replace your battery. These flashlights operate a working voltage between 2.75 to 8 volts. Now, I have a note here that's very important that you sort of pay attention to. These are made for AA batteries. Now, I know there's a 14500 battery out there that looks just like these AA's that are more powerful, but if you put 4 of those in one of these flashlights, you're going to burn it up. You're going to burn it up because it's going to be outside the voltage range, the working voltage range of this flashlight. So please do not use anything other than the AA batteries. The body of these flashlights are made of aircraft grade aluminum. You have some nice knurling. The tail is flat, so you can tail stand these, which is nice if you want to light up the whole room by reflecting the light off the ceiling. Really nice. Built-in protections, a whole bunch are built in here. You have reverse polarity protection. You have temperature protection, where if it gets over 70 degrees Celsius, the thing will dial back the strength of the light to sort of keep itself from burning up. You can see that these flashlights have a little carrier that comes in with them, and you go ahead and put your AA batteries in there. You put 4 in there. What I'm going to be doing is, since I'm comparing these two lights, is I'm going to put equally charged batteries. They're all fully charged Duracell 2400 milliamp hour batteries in here. These are some of my favorite. These are those higher density, hold on to their juice for a long time batteries, not the cheap ones. Oops. So I'm going to go ahead and install these into each of the flashlights. It doesn't matter which way you put the carrier. It is sort of wired in such a way that, you know, they'll both work either direction. By the way, you have a nice greased square threading along with a O-ring to keep things waterproof. This thing is waterproof to the IPX8 standard, which is about 5 feet, and it's also impact resistant to a drop of 6.5 feet. So I'm going to go ahead and finish loading up this one, and I'll be right back. So these flashlights each have 6 modes. You have a low, medium, high. You also have a Moonlight or Firefly, a Strobe mode, and then a turbo mode. So really simple to use. What you do is you just hit the button and it turns on, and it remembers which of the 3 modes, being low, medium, or high, that it was on last, and it'll come back onto that mode. The other modes do not have a memory function, so low, medium, high, it remembers what they were, and it will go back to that when you hit it on. Now, can you tell which one is the neutral and which one is the clear or the cool white? I could tell, you know, it being live here. I'm not sure if the camera will actually pick that up, but you can see the flood and the spot in these flashlights are identical. It's just the temperature that's different, and there's also a difference in the amount of lumens that these put out, since one has the older LED emitter by CREE. Now, to move up to the medium and the high, all you do is you press and hold, and it will sequence. So you have low, medium, high, and as long as you hold that button, it's going to sequence in that order. Just like that. Now, if you want to put this into the Moonlight mode or Firefly mode, you turn it off, and then you press and hold the button, and there you go. Hard to see, easy to see outside when it's pitch black. Now, if you want to go to the turbo mode, what you do is, while you have it on, just double click. There we go. Burn your retinas out. I think you could also do it when it's off. No. Okay, so they have to be on, and then you just do a double click, and there we go. Double click, and it goes into turbo mode. And the last mode of operation is the strobe mode. Now, if you do get seizures because of flashing lights, I recommend that you skip over about a minute of the video here. So here we go. So you turn it on, double click again, and we have the strobe. So it's 2 double clicks consecutively. So that's all the modes. Why would you prefer one over the other. This is something that is debated on the forums a lot, and I'm not sure if really I'm just not for sure that everything is correct that I'm reading here. But I have gone through a lot. I've researched it for a couple of hours, and then sort of what's common sense in my head. But this is what I come out with. Preference. Personal preference is probably the strongest reason to go with one over the other. That aside, the cool white looks brighter to the naked eye. Additionally, with these two flashlights, the cool white actually is 100 lumens on the highest setting brighter. You know, so it's brighter. So cool white is brighter than the neutral white. Also, the cool white is about $5 more than the neutral white. The other thing is the neutral white renders colors more naturally because our sun has a slight amber color. We're used to that color reflecting off what's out there in real life, and things just look more natural. You know, the color spectrum that's bouncing back, this light bounces off an object and it bounces back, and you can see the color of that item, and this is the same color as the sun, or closer to the sun than the cool white, so things look more natural. The other thing, and this is probably debatable, is that the neutral white will cut through fog and smoke better because the blue light tends to scatter and reflect back in the fog just a little bit more than neutral white. I'm sure this is going to get debated in the comments, but that's fine. So there you go. That's the difference. Also, holding these equally from the surface here, you can again see how nice that spot is, how nice and clean the flood is, again because of the orange pure reflector. Really nice. Now let's say the lights go out and you're looking for a flashlight to light a room. I think these guys will do a very good job. You can sort of set it down so that flat tail cap, and that's the low setting right there. And let me go ahead and hit this one. And okay, cool white right here, neutral white right here. I'm going to go ahead and turn them off. Cool white, neutral white, cool white, neutral white. Let's go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and ramp these up to the high setting. Turn them off. Cool white, neutral white, cool white, neutral white. You can see the neutral white has a little more of a normal color, and again you could just set this down. I'm going to set this on the floor. Oh, and my back hurts. And let's kick it over here, and you can see just how bright. I can easily do whatever I need to do in here. Did I tell you this is the bathroom? And it's great. I personally prefer the neutral white. Again, it's all about personal preference. We are again out here in my backyard to go ahead and see what these look like out here. This fence line, this corner is at 20 yards. There's some trees back here that are about 25, and then we'll go ahead and also look beyond. It'll go out there to a good between 50 and 100 yards, some of the trees that will be viewable during this test. Now, I'm going to just sort of run through the modes, and I'm going to go ahead and put the specs on the bottom of this video right here while you're watching this, so I don't have to keep on repeating myself. Alright, so there's low right there. Then I'm going to go ahead and pump it up to medium, and then we'll pump it up to high. There we go. Crazy. Let me go ahead and just bring this up a little bit. Look at that. You're looking at clearly over 50 yards right there. Now for fun, I'm going to go ahead and put this in turbo, do a double click, and holy freaking crap, just look at this. That is just insane. I'll let you look at the beam crossing the lens there if I can. It's like a laser. That's incredible. Now, I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. I'm going to do one single long press so you can sort of see the Moonlight mode. If you're looking at something really close, like my hand right there, you can see that it's great for that so you don't lose your night vision, but obviously you can't see it out there at the fence line. Now, I'm going to do a comparison between the cool white, which is what you just saw, and the neutral white. I'm going to sort of shine it on the fence downrange there a little bit. Where's my button here? Alright, so you're looking at the cool white. I'm going to knock it down to low. And then we're going to go ahead and turn on the neutral. Alright, so neutral is the right there, right, and the cool white is to the left. And these are the low settings. I'm going to go ahead and move the camera just a little bit over. There we go. Neutral. Now I'm going to go ahead and pump these up to medium. Bang. Right there. Neutral white here on the right. Cool white on the left. You can sort of see the difference. I'm going to go ahead and bring it up to high. There we go. Neutral here. Cool white here. So there's the difference. So whether you're going with the cool white or the neutral white, you're going to get a good deal. These flashlights are definitely worth it. I like them both, and I highly recommend both. I would almost consider these tactical because you know what? If you get into a fight, you have one of these in each hand. It's like having a roll of quarters. But I digress again. But I do highly recommend it. You're getting an awful lot of power for the price. And they're using common everyday AA batteries. Really nice. And if you don't want to keep on buying AA batteries, you can get some really good rechargeables out there. Just don't get the cheap ones. Get the really good ones. I know Panasonic has some really good ones called something loop. Someone put the comments below, N loop or E loop or something like that. Really good. The new Duracell and Everready, they have the long life ones, the ones that retain. You could tell that the packages feel heavier, and they're 2400 milliamp hour for the Duracell. They're really rock solid, really good batteries, and I would highly recommend those. So I recommend these. That's what this video is all about. The ThruNite TN4A, highly recommended here on the Gear Obsession channel. Alright, well thank you very much for joining me here at the Gear Obsession channel. I really do appreciate every friend, viewer, subscriber, and especially you. And I hope you have a great day. Take care.